It's Dave Johal once again for Punch Out Boxing. Pleased to be joined by the man himself, Mr. Dapper. Dev Sahni, how are you, mate?
Mr. Dapper?
You're getting all these nicknames now, aren't you, sir?
I'll take Mr. Dapper. Mr. Dapper was good. I can take that one, and I can actually pass that one on to Mrs. Sahni. Maybe she can call me Mr. Dapper moving forward. I like that. Thank you.
There's a theme song there as well, so you can take the Mr. Loverman, whatever you want to do with it.
Mr. Lover. Come on, let's get.
Yeah. Anyway. Massive fight. I mean, this is absolutely huge. We were not expecting Prince Naseem Hamed and his son here as well. I'll be honest with you.
Me neither.
Yeah, like, had I known, I would have bought my PlayStation 1 Classic, Prince Naseem Hamed boxing, and asked him to sign it. Yeah, so, but what an announcement today. I mean, honestly speaking though, Dev, what do you think Daniel Dubois' chances are against Alexander Usyk? I mean, on a real level, because this is, he is the underdog in this fight. He's fighting someone who's naturally a cruiserweight. He's gone up to heavy, but he's got a bag of experience from the amateur game. Does he have to win by KO? Can he outbox him? How do you see it going down on August 26th?
I don't think he can outbox Alexander Usyk. I think he can knock him out. You talk about this vast amateur experience. Yeah, I hear that. He's been doing it for years. He's 36 years old. I think there's miles on the clock. I think, as Frank was saying up there, it could well be Daniel's time. I've been around Alexander Usyk this week. He's a great guy, by the way. He's so cool.
He's hilarious, isn't he?
He's hilarious. But I tell you, he's got a few more grey hairs than what I thought he'd have. And I pointed that out to Daniel. He was like, yeah, I can't let this old man stand in my way. So what percentage chance has he got? I think 50%. I think he's got the power to do it. And he's got the youth, he's got the hunger, and he's different now. He's not that 19-year-old kid anymore. He puffs his chest out at press conferences. He looked Usyk right in the eye and told, I think in the face-off as well, I think he was talking to him. Daniel Dubois doesn't talk to people in face-off, he doesn't really talk to anyone. Well, what's going on here? So this is good. This is a proper man now. Broad shoulders, chest out. I'm going to beat you and I'm going to walk away with your belts. And I love it. I think he's got a great chance.
From a fan's perspective as well, August could be quite a costly month. I mean, you've got the rival side, should we just say, Matchroom, they're promoting Joshua versus White 2 for pay-per-view on DAZN. I'll ask you about your opinions, should that be pay-per-view in a second. We've got, obviously, this fight, Daniel Dubois and Usyk on August 26th. So it could be a bit costly. I mean, no, that's nothing new, but the point is, in your opinion, should that fight be pay-per-view? And what's the justification of this fight being pay-per-view?
This fight's pay-per-view because it's a unified world heavyweight champion putting his titles on the line against a British fighter. It's on at a British time as well, and it's a big event. And it's also a case of TNT Sports have acquired the rights for the fight, right? They've bought the fight. They need to make that money back. You can't just make that money back by sticking it on free-to-air or on normal subscription. You've got to pay-per-view it. It's just business. You can make your money back and hopefully make a few quid as well. It all gets promoted nicely, and it all goes well. Should Joshua White be? See you later. Should Joshua White be pay-per-view? Yeah. To be honest, I think Joshua's a pay-per-view fighter. I know the Franklin fight wasn't, but I'm not going to be out here spinning any rubbish, of course. Dillian Whyte's one of the biggest names in British boxing. Anthony Joshua's one of the biggest names in British boxing. They are two famous boxers in this country. There will be interest, there is interest, and people... The only way to judge whether or not it's pay-per-view really is whether or not people buy it. They'll find out the day after whether or not they should have put it on pay-per-view. But my feeling is... pay-per-view generally is correlated to the level of fame of the fighter, as Jake Paul has demonstrated to us, right? So, yeah.
What's really good there is you're not slating the rival, and you're straight. Yeah, I mean you're straight down the middle. I mean you've been noted on Twitter about Anthony Joshua and the criticisms and everything like that. Honestly speaking, the way the heavyweight division is sort of scaped as well at the moment, Daniel Dubois, if he rocks up the heavyweight division, could these fights be made with AJs and the winners of Wilder and all this, the tournament talk? I mean, could you be doing deals with the rivals now?
I think if Daniel Dubois defeats Alexander Usyk and becomes unified champion, the obvious next fight is against Tyson Fury for undisputed. I can't imagine that there'll be an awful lot of trouble getting that done because they're both with Queensberry and all the belts would be over here. So Daniel Dubois' next step in victory would probably be over here, so I can't imagine it would take a lot of working with other people. But that's not to say that Queensberry don't work with other people. They do. I mean, you're seeing that more and more now. There seems to be a good line of communication with George Warren in particular and Eddie, Ben Shalom. All these guys, they talk. So I think gone are the days of the Cold War and not working with other people. These guys chat and they get on with it.
Absolutely brilliant. Dev, I'd love to talk to you more. I've got a train to catch and a tube getting home, but all the best, mate, from Punch Out Boxing.
Enjoy. Respect.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate.